Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to our pitch on the company PrintSole. We are the 3D printed work shoe company. My name is John, and along with my partners Andrea, Matt, and Frank, we will be going over our value proposition, what makes us different from the competitors, the competitive landscape, as well as the financials of our proposed company, PrintSole. Now let's get into it, everyone. The problem we are trying to address here obviously has to do with shoes and their comfort. Specifically, we want to focus on the working shoe, as this is something that most working adults are going to be wearing up to 5 times a week, maybe even more in some cases. So it's very important that you have a comfortable shoe that you can rely on and be confident in. So as you can see here, if you're wearing a block of ice around, that's not going to be very comfortable. But this may be a bit of an exaggeration for most cases. So daily use of inadequate footwear can lead to a lot of different problems associated with physical pain, discomfort, and irritation. And if that's happening, you're less likely to be efficient at work. Another problem is inconsistent size and design between brands, manufacturers, and styles. We see our option as an opportunity that can save customers time and headaches when purchasing and wearing working shoes. When looking at the value that our shoe can create for the customers, we look at 3 main things: functional utility, social gains, and cost savings. So when we look at functional utility, we want to create something that's comfortable for the consumer to wear with adequate support for daily use. So it is a work shoe, but we don't want it to be something that customers are going to have to change in and out of to commute to and from work or worry about anything like that. We want this individualized shoe to be custom to their specifications while easily suiting their needs and being convenient. So when we look at social gains, we want to look at how sustainable this can be. As we know, especially with plastic, sustainability is huge. Moving forward, we want to be using sustainable product material that will allow our customers to feel good about what they're wearing on their feet. Additionally, cost savings is a huge area that we think can differentiate us from our competitors. Because of using the 3D printer instead of the typical labor methods for creating a shoe, we will have much more limited labor costs, and we can use that as a way to keep the cost down for the consumer. Now let's move on to Andrea.
The vision for the PrintSole shoe invites the customer to participate in the manufacturing process by providing a mold of their feet. The mold provides the data needed to custom print the sole to uniquely fit the individual. The customer will request a kit online to be shipped to their home and then return the mold through the mail. For those who prefer assistance, we hope to work with key retail partners to facilitate with the mold process. Once we receive the mold, our software translates the dimensions to a custom-fitted sole via the 3D printer. The upper is then added. The final step is to conveniently ship the PrintSole shoe to the customer. Once a foot profile is created, return customers will not need to repeat the mold process. The unique feature of our 3D printed shoe is the comfort provided by the custom fit. The custom fit is quickly achieved through our software's ability to translate the foot mold into instructions for the computer to print a sole that fits the contours of the individual. Because the process is inherently small batches, we will be able to iterate quickly through the early product development issues. The use of 3D printing and just-in-time manufacturing keeps our footprint small and sustainable.
When looking at the competition, there are many producers of footwear. We want to dive further in the segment of work and orthopedics for our product offering. While reviewing the numerous products in the market, we didn't find a product that met all of our specifications. The Cole Hans's world, very stylish, very comfortable workwear. They come at a very high price point. The Clarks and Rockports, much more reasonable price point, but the comfort and quality only lasts for a few uses. Dr. Scholl's orthopedic, fitting, comfortable shoes, lacking the style for everyday workwear. Allbirds, great sustainability model, similar to our model, but more of a casual shoe offering. Our product is that sweet spot right in the middle. Customized, comfort-fitting footwear, styled for everyday work use, and produce with a limited footprint. As part of our customer outreach, we wanted to gauge the viability of our product model and the willingness of customers to take a mold order fee and mail it to us. We knew this could be a challenge, although it's a one-time step in the process, as we will keep records of customers and their specifications for future purchases. We were pleasantly surprised by the feedback. It indicated an openness to the molding process. Customers also preferred slightly online to in-store purchases. This supported our assumption that in-store purchases were still popular to ensure proper fitting shoes, and the inconvenience of returning online purchases that did not fit. We believe our molding process solves both these problems. The survey feedback we received on pricing indicated an average spend for work footwear in the range of $75 to $125. This supported our assumptions and proposed price point of $125 for our product offering. In regards to style, while customers did prefer the boot overall, we plan to continue to initially sell the Oxford, which was the number two choice. This is considered more of an MVP position for us. The boot, while more popular, requires more labor, more material, and more waste, something we did add to the plan as a future offering.
Our company completed an income projection over a 3-year period with 3 different revenue scenarios of low, medium, and high. In the first year, we started with a single style of shoe, the Oxford, at a price point of $125. The units sold ranged from 6,000 to 14,000. In year 2, we introduced another style of boot that was based on our customer feedback at a higher price point of $160. Units sold range from 7,000 to 19,000. In year 3, units sold reached $11,000 to $24,000 range depending on the scenario. We also incorporated slight price increases in each year. We projected costs that were deemed reasonable based on research for similar companies. Some of these costs included salaries ranging from $15 to $35 an hour, depending on the position, and benefits of 18% of salary. We also included overhead costs that would reach about 10% of sales by year 3, and we incorporated different levels of production in each scenario that would require different equipment costs with 3D printers that were incorporated into the projection. The most profitable scenario was in year 3 at the medium revenue level, or 16,100 units sold. This indicates we would need to target efficiency and not necessarily the highest production volume that could be achieved. We used our income projection to determine how much capital we would need to start the company, as well as additional capital or financing that might be needed to continue operations of the company through ongoing working capital. Based on our projection, our initial investment is $750,000, which would include an opportunity for outside investors of $150,000. To fund ongoing operations, depending on the level of revenue achieved, it could range from $900,000 over 3 years needed in the low revenue projection scenario to $200,000 in the medium revenue projection scenario, or in the high projection scenario, we would not need any outside funding other than the initial $750,000.